Hello, and welcome to a Thunderstorm Books unboxing. You can always tell it's Thunderstorm by the bright packing labels. The shipping labels are always various colors. Yellow, orange, what have you. Anyways, this is The Worm and His Kings, I believe is the title of this anthology. Or Omnibus, not really an anthology. By Hailey Piper. This was a timed release back in the month of May? It may have been May. Thunderstorm Books, for a lot, not a lot, but various titles, will do timed releases, where for a span of a month or a span of several weeks, whoever buys the copies will set the limitation. You know, if he sells 10 copies, which I hope he sells more, but if he sells 10 copies, you're going to have a 10-copy limitation. Which is really aggravating for those who have FOMO, and, you know, they really kind of puts their feet to the fire. They can't really sleep on it. I mean, they can sleep on it for a month, I suppose, but, you know, it is what it is. But this is one that sounded very interesting to me. I have not read any of these novellas. I don't think I've read anything by Hailey Piper. But this is an omnibus of 3 novellas that Piper had written and published dealing with the Worm and His Kings. Is cosmic horror, subterranean cosmic horror, but not subterranean press. So anyways, being a Thunderstorm Black Voltage title, you're going to get a couple of the qualifications and qualities that one will expect, including no title on the spine. You have your beautiful cover artwork here by Evangeline Gallagher. I don't think there's interior artwork. There usually isn't with Thunderstorm Books, but you never know. Bonded leather with nice blocked cover and title on the front there. Big boxy letters on the spine, Thunderstorm Books on the back. And, of course, some of the fanciest end papers ever. This is pretty awesome. This is like almost like a granite-y feel to it. I mean, not like it's going to like damage anything, like it feels rocky or similar to Charnel House's My Brother's Keeper does. But you can tell, I mean, it does have a texture to it. Whoa, I got number 2! This is limited to 66 copies, so it sold 66 copies during its limitation. I don't know if these are randomly the numbers are randomly given out, or if they're given out based on when you order it. I really can't imagine that I was the second person to order it, though. But I got number 2. That's pretty cool. Anyways, it is signed by Hailey Piper, right down there. The premise of the first novella, which was kind of given in the description, I think it's actually given on the back here, is that Monique's girlfriend Donna has disappeared without a trace. And several other impoverished women have started vanishing. And there are rumors of a gray creature rising from the underground to snatch victims off the street. And so they give chase and plunge into a subterranean world of monsters, monarchs, cultists, and gods, both beyond her understanding and closer than she thinks. That sounds awesome. And I'm always a big fan of, it's always an easier sell for me when it's a blind buy title like this, when it's an omnibus. I'm not going to lie. You know, when you're getting a lot of bang for your buck like that, I mean, that's just an easier sell. I mean, it's tougher to obviously sell me on, like, you know, just a novella, one novella that I haven't heard of. But hey, you know, you're packaging various novellas together, man, you're improving your chances with my blind buys. So yeah, cover art by Evangeline Gallagher, dust jacket design by Zach McCain, interior layout by Lee Haig. So anyways, this does have, looks like 4 stories. I thought it was just 3. But apparently there's the Song of the Tyrant Worm, Even the Worm Will Turn. Oh, the one is just the top one is just the omnibus itself. And then there's the 3 novellas. Originally first published in 2020 for the first one. I mean, interior, oh, that's interesting, with the page count on the right-hand margin of the right-hand pages, and it looks like the left-hand pages when it's not the first page of a chapter. That's an interesting layout. I like that. That's creative. I mean, yeah, the interior itself, I mean, it's very easy to read with these Thunderstorm books. You know, I mean, we're not overly large margin sizes, but, you know, it's not like a smaller font or typeset at all. inside is a very nice standard book. Very easy to read. But of course, you have the excellent packaging of the title itself. Nice little bonded leather, nice, sturdy binding. I don't know if these are sewn bindings. I feel like I should, but I can't say for certain if it is. I've never seen. I've only read a couple Thunderstorm books in person. But I've never seen a thread poking up at me. But I mean, that's not necessarily an indicator one way or another. I mean, it's an indicator if you definitely have a sewn binding. But I mean, you could just not see the threads if it's a glued binding, if it is sewn as well. Doesn't necessarily mean it's glued. But I've never destroyed the binding enough to be able to verify. But either way, I mean, it's a solid price point for a very nice production. Thunderstorm Books has a couple different lines that they do. This is their largest line, which is that Black Voltage line, but they have a couple of other ones like White Lightning, the Tempest line, which are smaller trim sizes with almost like a silk binding. It's a very fine cloth binding. They also do the hardcover lettered editions of the splatter westerns that Death's Head Press publishes the trade editions for. I own a couple of the splatter westerns. There was a little of a hiatus there for the splatter westerns, but Paul at Thunderstorm, because you are legally required to be named Paul in the publishing game, did just announce a few more splatter westerns. Chad Lutzke's sold out immediately. And that's one of the things with Thunderstorm Books is that in previous years, or with very high-end or highly popular titles, they have low limitations and tend to sell it quickly. I mean, that being said, there are more titles available on Thunderstorm's homepage than I think I've ever seen available at one time. So there's plenty to choose from, plenty out there for you to buy if you did want to pick up something for yourself. If you wanted to see one of those splatter westerns for yourself, I did do a book review on the channel of Hunger on the Chisholm Trail, where you can actually see that's a smaller trim size, but it has kind of red bonded leather cover. So check that out as well. But yeah, seriously, check out Thunderstorm Books. They do an exceptional job. If you want to just live vicariously through me, by all means, subscribe to the channel. When I do pick up Thunderstorm titles, I will do unboxing videos on the channel, plus unboxing videos for a bunch of other different small presses out there, so plenty to keep you entertained. So anyways, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you around next time.